It's your girl Alicia Renee, and it is So Sunday. Before we get into this video, be sure to go check out my blog if you're looking for more recipes at foodforsoul.com. So I thought it would be helpful to make a video on how to fry chicken. You would be surprised how many people still really don't truly know how to fry chicken. So I was making chicken legs for the boys, and I really don't care for chicken legs. So I tried a different way and tried to make it really good for them and for me. And so now I love doing it this way, and I hope you will too.
Many don't burn chicken.
I don't burn chicken either, and we ain't gonna start today. Now let's get into it. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna refill my glass, and then we can get right on into it. Alright, so let's start this chicken transformation. I used a family pack of chicken legs. They've already been rinsed. I'm gonna season them with some garlic powder. Go ahead and sprinkle it with some seasoned salt. Some cracked black pepper. And then get you some Weber kicking chicken. And then some ground mustard. Alright, so now just kind of mix that all in. You're going to have to get your hands dirty and get it all mixed in. So in a separate bowl, I cracked in 3 eggs. And I poured in a bottle of the Louisiana hot sauce, 1 whole bottle, and whisked that together real good until it was well combined. So before I poured the mixture over, I took a knife and kind of just like punctured all of the chicken legs, just about on each side. I punched like a few holes in them, just so that marinade can like really get into it and give it a good flavor overnight. Now, when people see this hot sauce, they instantly think that it's going to make the chicken a spicy chicken. You literally are not going to taste the hot sauce like that. After marinating it, you will kind of taste like a kick, but it's not spicy. You can hardly even tell. And don't be alarmed if you don't have time to let it marinate overnight. You can do it about 30 minutes or just dip it really good and toss it in the flour and fry it. You just get a really good flavor if you can let it sit overnight, but it's totally fine. So I didn't take them out the refrigerator until like 2 p.m. the next day. Before I ever even took them out, I prepped my greens and all that other stuff. Okay, so I got my peanut oil over here heating. It's on medium to high heat. I got it on 6 to be exact. And I let it heat up all the way on 6. And you guys know that I love my peanut oil. It's like one of the healthiest oils you can use, I think. It even has a little thing on the back that tells you which oils are the best for like deep frying, stir frying, pan frying, or bacon or whatever. And vegetable oil and your peanut oil are good for deep frying. All right, so we've got our chicken over here. It's been marinating overnight. I'm about to get a bowl of, you're gonna need a container with a lid so we can shake it up in the flour, but let's prep our flour first. All right, so I got my gold medal flour. You can use any brand flour, it don't matter. And we're gonna be making like a dredge, which is just seasoning the flour, because that's the first thing that people taste when they eat your chicken. So you want the crust to be seasoned well. All right, so I got about 2 cups of my gold medal flour in there. I'm running low on seasoning salt, so I'm gonna have to kind of build like a house seasoning with using my favorite stuff, paprika. I might as well call this the paprika show in the kitchen with Pat, because I've used this in just about every video that we've done, but we're gonna keep it moving. And I'm putting about 3 tablespoons of this paprika in here. I'm gonna use the little last bit of my seasoning salt that I got. I'm gonna still go behind that with some garlic powder. I'm gonna sprinkle some sea salt in there. Crust. That makes the presentation look good. So I try to put a lot of cracked pepper just so we can actually visually see it when it's done cooking, because it looks really good. All right, so then take like a fork or a whisk and stir that up. So I'm gonna be adding in like 4 of these at a time, putting them in the bowl and shaking them up. All right, so you can check and see if your grease is ready by dropping some wet flour in there. Once your grease is ready, go ahead and shake the excess flour off of the chicken and then add them in one by one. I usually put about 4 of them in at a time. So you can let these fry for like 10 to 15 minutes. I like mine's really crispy. If you're unsure if they're ready or not, you can take out like the biggest one, cut it open, and if it's done, then the rest of them should be done. You want to allow this to cook about 5 more minutes so it can get nice and brown. So make sure you're draining the grease off your chicken. You want to make sure you put it on top of some paper towels. If you don't do that, your chicken is just going to be sitting in a pool of grease, and it's not going to be crispy. It's going to be soggy and greasy, and we don't want that. All right, so if you are still not sure how long you should be frying your chicken, you're going to have to sacrifice a piece. What I usually do is I find my fattest piece, the biggest one. And if the biggest one is done in the middle, then you know the rest of them has to be done. And what I do with it is kind of slice it open to the center. And if it's done, then that helps me know the rest of them are done. And that's kind of how I taught myself on how to, know when they're ready. because after that first batch, however long it took for that big one to get done, that's how long I cooked the batches after. So, if that makes sense. I'm gonna cut him open, see if it's done. Look at that. Also, you know, it might be done, but you might feel that they could be crispy. Right, now, so I already shook up the second batch and got it in there cooking. This is the first batch, and I think it came out just good, just fine. I like mine's pretty crispy, pretty crunchy, so I let them cook about 15 minutes. Let them fry real good. You don't want to overcook them because then you will mess up the flavor. And it is just now 5, and I've got my last batch of chicken going. So one more thing, guys, you can sprinkle some of this lemon pepper over your chicken when it's done. However, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I think it's perfect just like this. It has a really, really good taste. Cosmos has a really good wing dust as well, so you might want to give them a try. Alright, so I just showed you how to make boring chicken legs the star of your meal. I hope you guys really enjoyed this recipe. Please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it.